Hi, Adam. Hi, Jason. Thanks so much for putting on the space and hosting the space. I just wanted to say, first of all, everyone that's listening to this, please like and repost the space because Jason's dropping some real golden nuggets here and there's some really good information and it might help some of your followers. So please go ahead and do that. What I was going to ask is if there was one piece of advice, I think there's lots of builders here, lots of people that are building stuff, but people that are really struggling with the marketing side. And if there was one piece of advice that you would have to be able to have more conversations with people, what would you give people to be able to break through that fear and also this kind of trend around thinking everything is cringe? You know, if you're marketing, if you're pushing, if you're promoting stuff, I think a lot of people have got fear around that and around that word.
Yeah.
They're using that as an excuse. What's the one thing that you would give people to be able to get through that and break through it?
Yeah. One thing I would tell you is that people over index on what people think of them. I can tell you, like, one time I was coming down the stairs at a party when I was younger and I tripped and I caught myself, but it was a little like one of those things where you slide a little bit and like 20 people looked at me and then I started ruminating on it. I was like, oh my God, everybody saw me almost fall down the stairs or whatever. And then I just had this realization. I started talking to people, and everybody was being actually even nicer to me. And or maybe it was my perception or whatever. And then I realized, like, oh, nobody actually cares because right after I did that thing where I was like, and it made a bunch of noise, everything got quiet. Everybody looked, and then everybody just continued their conversations. People are not thinking about you. People are narcissistic lunatics who are thinking about themselves. They're ruminating on their own issues. So if you do some marketing, nobody remembers it. And I know this because nobody remembers all the different products and services I created, podcasts, little experiments. They just remember the winners. People just have a winning mentality. They're like, oh, yeah, that's the guy who did Uber and Robinhood and This Week in Startups. And oh, yeah, he did Engadget and Autoblog. At Weblog Sync, we had 85 blogs when we sold it and got to 100 after we sold it to AOL. And people are like, oh, yeah, Engadget, Autoblog, and Joystick. I remember those. Oh, and yeah, Hackaday. Those were great blogs. And I was like, yep. Yeah, and there were 96 other ones. So just don't worry about it. Literally, do not worry about people's opinion of you. Do not worry about pivoting. Do not, all that shame and weirdness. Nobody's thinking about you. And you know this because you'll meet somebody and be like, oh, have I met them? I can't remember if I even met them. Oh, I think I did meet them. Oh, what do they do? I can't remember what they do. Like the world is, you know, it just changes so fast and people don't remember anything. So just don't worry about it. If you make something that's cringe, you can just delete it and move on to the next thing. That's it. Have fun, experiment.
I love it. I love it. Great question, Jason Barrett. Great answer, Jason Calacanis.